What is up, you guys? It's me, Gabriel Young, the Thomas and Friends fan here, back again to your screens. I hope you guys are having a happy Father's Day, and I've got my whole family here with me. In fact, I do have something to say.
Hooray! Help! Call the police!
Happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day!
Ah,
Yeah.
All right, guys, y'all enjoy the memory live. I love you guys. All right. Okay, you guys. All right. So, guys, here we go to our movie for the day, which is James, Edward, and Nicole. This one, it basically talks about teamwork and collaboration.
Who's Nicole?
And the Cole. The Cole. I'm dropping my mic now. My mic now. All right, hold on, you guys. So, we're going to figure out what this movie's all about. All right, here we go. All aboard the movie train.
hey, there he is!
James and Edward are both engines of the exact same size. They both have buffers at the front and tenders at the back, and they can both pull cars as well as passenger coaches. And at the end of a busy day, they always like to talk about their day's adventures. One morning, James and Edward were in the yards filling up their tenders with coal.
Nearly done, Edward, James said. I hope there's enough coal left for me, Edward said. We have a lot of heavy cars to pick up from the quarry. And don't worry, Edward, James said. There will be.
James and Edward soon picked up their heavy train from the quarry and were on their way to the docks. James and Edward puffed along the line, pulling their heavy load. Then, sparks began to shoot out of James's funnel. James! James! There's sparks shooting from your funnel! And from yours, Edward. I wonder what's wrong. Just then, Hank rolled past.
Who is
train of
Hank?
coal.
Hank?
Oh dear. Looks
That's a
like
new
you boys
guy.
got some of that nasty coal that arrived today. Bad coal? Lucky for y'all, I've been sent
I
to
think
get
I
some
like it.
fresh coal to replace it. Hank is right, James. Maybe we should wait until the new clean coal is ready.
Ooh, did you see
No,
that
Edward.
train yet?
We can still run on this coal. We still have steam. We have to keep on puffing,
Who's that?
Edward, James said, but Edward was
Danny?
too
Yeah.
worried. He wanted to wait
He
for the
looks
new
like that
coal
blind
to
little-
arrive. James, I don't think I can carry on with you. It's best if I go wait at Tidmouth Sheds for the new coal to arrive,
Go ahead.
he said sadly. And with that, Edward was uncoupled from the train and he puffed back to Tidmouth Sheds. James was worried about Edward. I sure do hope Edward will be all right. I might as well go ahead and get this train to the docks, even if I have to pull it on my own. My work depends on it. James tried to pull the train on his own, but without Edward pushing from the back, he couldn't pull it at all. There's too many cars for me to pull on my own. I hope someone can help me so I can get to the docks on time or I'll be late. Just then, James heard a horn in the distance. Boko and Derek happened to be coming by. Boko, Derek, I need your help. My train is too heavy and I don't have a back engine to help me get this to the docks on time. Can you guys help me, please?
Oh my, James. Of course we will. Don't worry.
Boko and Derek were soon coupled up to James and they set off to Brendam Docks.
Oh, there was two trains there.
At last, they soon arrived at Brendam Docks just in time. Thank you so much, Boko and Derek. I knew I could count on you guys. Of course, buddy. We're glad you asked us to help,
Which one's
said Derek.
Well, James, we have a bit of 18 minutes left before we have to head back to the clay works.
That's
So
Boko.
we'll be on our way. Take care.
Then I arrived and came to see James. Hello, James. I've been expecting you. I need you and Edward to go to the smelter's yard to pick up some iron and steel girders to bring back here to Brenham Docks. Remember, the ship leaves at 5 o'clock this evening. James was nervous. He realized he had quite the challenge, but he couldn't say no to me. With Bogo and Derek having to get back to work at the clay pits, and everyone else was busy with their work, there was no other choice left. He needed Edward's help. I'll do the best I can, he said. Good man. Off you go. But just as James was about to leave, Percy pulled into the docks. Hi, James. How's everything going? He asked. Sorry, Percy. I don't have time to talk right now. I have to go get Edward so we can do our next job. Percy was very concerned as he watched James puff away with sparks shooting out of his funnel again. James, why are you shooting sparks from your funnel? James was puffing through the countryside as fast as he could to get to Tidmouth Sheds. While James puffed along the way to Tidmouth Sheds, he passed Murdoch, who was picking up passengers at Lower Tidmouth Station.
James, why on earth are there sparks shooting out of your funnel?
Sorry, Murdoch. I think I must have had some bad call.
Well, then perhaps you should probably go and get your firebox cleaned out.
James soon arrived at Tidmouth Sheds, where he found a very tired Edward cooped up in the shed. Come on, Edward, said James. It's time to come out of the sheds. We have to go to the smelter's yard to pick up some iron and steel girders to deliver to Brenham Docks. The ship leaves at 5 o'clock in the evening. We don't have much time. Edward was still worried about the bad coal, and he still wanted to wait for the good, fresh, clean coal to arrive. Can't you send someone else? He asked. Edward, there is no one else, said James. We're the only engines available. Come on, we can do this. Edward knew that the job was not going to be easy, but then he remembered how James told him to keep on puffing. You're right, James, Edward said. I did want to wait for the new clean coal to arrive, but if you can keep on puffing, James, I will too. So James and Edward set off to the smelter's yard. Soon James and Edward collected their flatbeds of iron and steel girders and were hurrying to the docks as fast as their wheels could carry them. These flatbeds are heavy. James, panted Edward. Keep puffing, Edward. We have to get to the docks before the ship leaves, James said. Just then, Edward's wheels started to slip, screech, and squeak. James, I don't think I can do this, Edward said. Maybe we should go and see if the new coal has arrived. No, Edward, we don't have time for that. The ship leaves at 5 o'clock in the evening. But when Edward and James puffed up Gordon's Hill, there was trouble. James, why did you stop? Asked Edward. My boiler's broken, Edward. I've blown a gasket. But if you've broken down and I can't push you up the hill with these heavy flatbeds of iron and steel, then that means we're both stuck. I'm sorry, Edward. You were right. We should have waited for the new coal to arrive. But now I feel like I'm the silliest. You know what, James? Said Edward. You've taught me how to keep on puffing, so that is what I'm going to do. Edward puffed as hard as he could, and slowly they started to move up the hill. Edward was pushing all the flatbeds, and James too. Well done, Edward, James shouted. Keep on puffing. Edward puffed, puffed, chuffed, and strained. His wheels were wobbling and his axles ached, but he kept on puffing. Emily was puffing down the hill in the passenger train. Emily shouted. Edward felt proud. He had more motivation than he knew what to do with. The dock workers cheered for Edward when they saw him shunting James and the flatbeds into the dock with one final puff.
Good job.
Do it back, all back here.
We made it, said James. Well done, James and Edward. You have made it right on time. Actually, Gabriel, Edward did the pushing because I blew a gasket on Gordon's hill. I didn't know if we could make it, but using the remaining strength he had, Edward helped me all the way. Because he's a hero in my book. Soon James and Edward were arranged to be taken to the works. Neville arrived to take Edward to the works to go get his firebox cleaned out, and Arthur arrived to take James to the works so that he could have his boiler fixed. The next day, Edward and James popped out of the steamworks with some fresh new coal. You were quite right, Edward, said James. Waiting for fresh new coal does sure give you good luck. Indeed it sure does, James. And thanks for owning up for your antics yesterday. Oh, no problem, Edward. You may be the oldest and wisest engine on Sodor, but you're my best friend too. And the two engines laughed as they puffed away together.
Yay!
All right.
They both made a mistake and they both learned from it.
Yep. All right, you guys. So I got some questions for you guys about this movie. So, what do you have to say about James when he wasn't worried about the bad coal and never listened to Edward's advice about the good clean coal, but after breaking down on Gordon's Hill with Edward's big help and effort, learned from his mistakes in the end? I gotta say, it shows emotional collaboration and maturity.
Yep. Next question.
Are you glad Edward was able to help James?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it was very great that they utilized teamwork and believed in each other. And
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Y'all have a good point. 3, are you glad Boko and Derek were able to help James to the docks? Yeah. 4, are you glad James and Edward are repaired and back to work with some fresh clean coal, clean furnaces, and James with his boiler repaired?
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah. 5, what do you think of this movie and what is your favorite part and what do you like about it?
you know, I actually like the use of. I really did think this throughout the show. I like the use of the lesser known trains. It kind of showed more diversity.
Yeah, the
than
new
just,
one that was showed up. I never
yeah,
saw
and
it.
then,
Hank.
but even like
Hank-
there was, like Emily
Hank
as well,
was-
but there was that orange train. There was a whole bunch of good diversity of trains. It's not just Gordon or
Right.
Spencer.
Yeah, I know. Plus, I needed to give Hank and Murdoch some screen time in my series.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I liked
I forgot there was
the
a
diverse use of trains.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you. By the way, you guys, I want to.
Is he really?
Real quick, you guys, I want to give a quick message. So, about Boko, he had an individual voice. A fan of mine on YouTube, whose name is Logan the Movie Guy 2K8, he did the voice of Boko.
Oh wow!
That's cool.
Cool.
So, real quick, you guys, real quick, guys, I want to say thank you, Logan the Movie Guy Fanatic 2K2, for voicing Boko. Real quick, guys, can we give him a round of applause, real quick, y'all? Thank you, Logan. All right, you guys, that was my family memory life for Father's Day. And as usual, if you guys have enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, share this video, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out.
Ding ding.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, turn on the notification bell so y'all don't miss out.
Ding ding.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Yep. Well, we'll see you guys later, and happy Father's Day.
Bye.